but it might be wrong.
الدولية امتدت من جنوب العراق إلى بغداد ويجمعون أنهم أنفى الخنادق في الكوت وصولا إلى تكريت مرورا ببغداد بأمر مباشر من قادة المعسكر الذين سرعان ما كانوا يتقدمون.
We had casualties in the first war, and we had casualties in the Iraq and Iran war, and we've had casualties in between. Of course, my family isn't with the regime at all. People that were against the regime, my uncle, my cousins, were put to death. But for some wonderful reason, everyone was spared in this war. Everything's okay.
Nobody understands actually the dilemma of the Iraqi people, except us. We are happy to see this dictator go, and I hope we're going to be more happy when we see our friend, the American, leave our country, because we don't want any conflict with them.
As far as political Islam and the fact that there are some people who are politically angry, I think it's just they have justifications to be angry.
As far as socially and politically, I don't think things look too great. The whole recolonization of the Middle East, sort of seems to be slowly moving forward, which of course is going to backfire. I mean, that's going to just become a huge mess.
I'm as peace-loving and relaxed as I am, but I haven't lost my home. I haven't been expelled from my village. I haven't seen my father humiliated at checkpoints. If I had, I don't know how I would be. Maybe even someone like me would be violent. Who knows? And I don't think that's unique to Muslims. I think if you take people in South Carolina and subject them to that kind of behavior, they might also become terrorists.
Since September 11, people are afraid from Islam because everybody says Islam belongs to the terrorist people. And this is something very, very, very wrong. Everywhere you have the bad people and you have the good people. Our role here is to teach how they have to behave with other people, how they have to live every day. Not to forget Islam, to integrate in the society. Always the role of religion is to conduct people in a good way.
municipal court in Old Montreal. Been like a year ago, I was arrested with about 300, more than 300 people, about 100 minors of them, who were demonstrating against police brutality on March 15th, which is sort of known, not very widely known, as the International Day Against Police Brutality. And today I think they're trying to set up a trial for next year somehow, 2 years later, imagine.
I was charged with unlawful assembly, which is a criminal charge.
The people there were not threatening other people. They might have sprayed graffiti, but you know that happens every day on every street, so. Anyway, I'm nowhere in their evidence. Of course, I can't go to any other demonstrations. So if you were just arrested another time while you have another case pending, then it makes things worse.
We don't even know if we are going to go in today or not. We don't know if we don't go today what will happen. We don't know anything. We're just standing out there, and that's it. Outside, people got so it became like surrealist. You know, people started. They're playing soccer actually in front of the courtroom. I don't have any respect for their whole process, for anybody, for justice, for. You know, for the crown, for the queen. I don't care, basically, because this is what's happening, you know? They have no respect for us. My whole day, I'm like a prisoner inside the court.
Sometimes people have a stereotype of who is an Arab. I believe that at least 70% of Arab immigrants in Montreal are Christians. And they come from Lebanon, they come from Egypt, they come from Syria, they come from Iraq. Hardly any that come from Saudi Arabia or the Gulf states.
That year in particular, in '97, I was really looking forward to spending some time with my dad. And I got to Egypt, and 3 days later, he passed away. And it was the day we were actually supposed to sit down and actually discuss everything that's going on in my life. You know, it'd been a year, I'm away from the family, you know, being an independent person, so to say. As an individual, you always put this notion that your parents are indestructible. You know, there's this force above you that nothing's gonna ever bring them down. And to just see it fall and crumble is just, I don't know, it changes your whole outlook on life. You find churches in every Muslim city, in every Muslim country. People practice their religions freely. Majority of Osamas are most likely Muslim. However, there are people that I do know that are also other Christians, also called Osama. There's several names that kind of cross boundaries in Arabic, and I think Osama is one of them. It just tends to be the stereotype these days that you say Arabic, you think Muslim in most cases, which isn't the case at all.
My name is Walid, and Walid is a completely Muslim name. And there is a Christian Muhammad that I've met that shocked the hell out of me. And the Prophet Isa is a Christian name.
It's a Christian name, however,
and there's
there are...
Muslim Isas.
Yeah.
So those are the two big ones that I got shocked about.